Hi there, and welcome to another edition of BSF Recovery Team. When I set up the plow for the wrecker, we used this nice little Warren power coupler here. So I thought it'd be a good idea to set up a set of jumper cables that plugs into that. Check it out.
First we had to collect our parts. Some fine strand welding cable I had laying around the garage, another connector I had in my toolbox, and we had to buy the battery clamps. To start the assembly process, first we had to remove the battery cable ends from the connector. With the cable stripped and trimmed to length, we test fitted the terminal ends. As you may know, there are two ways of connecting the terminal end to the battery cable, crimping and soldering. But not having the proper crimping tool for this larger cable, we opted for the solder method. The trick to the solder method is to apply the heat away from the cable and its insulation. Wait until enough heat is transferred up into the cable to melt the solder, and it'll flow right in. Then you have to have enough patience to leave it alone until it cools. Now we can install those ends into our connector. And we're half done. Now for the battery cable clamps. We purchased a nice set of heavy-duty clamps that had a bolt-in connector that we could remove and solder onto the cable. After stripping and trimming the cable, we installed the cable ends and crimped over the tabs to hold it in place until we soldered it. Just like the other connectors, we apply the heat to the connector end that's away from the cable until the heat transfers to the whole piece and is hot enough to melt the solder. Then, after cleaning off the end of the connector to ensure good contact to the clamp, we can bolt the cable into the clamp. You want to make sure, of course, that you attach the red clamp to the cable that's on the positive side of the connector and the black one on the negative side.
There we have it, custom set.